Hey folks, All Things DIY Mike here again. Thought I'd do a quick video on chains that I have for my tractor. Somebody asked a question about it on one of the YouTube videos. So this is the chains I have for my pickup truck, and as you can see here, it has these cams that you turn to tighten the chain after you put it on, a couple of them. And I use the rubber tensioner to keep it tight. And just for comparison's sake, so on this truck, let's see if we can get a better close up of it here. So this is a pen, and see if we can get it to focus. Maybe not. Anyway, just a regular Bic pen, so you can see the thickness of the links. So that's what you see here. And now I'll go up to the tractor and you can see how thick those are. I don't remember where I got these from, but so with the chain tensioners, it really makes a difference. Without them, once you spin the tire a few times, the chains just come flopping off. So, alright, let me go take the video of the tractor now. Okay, up by the tractor now, and so, let's see, here's the pen, link, chain, just so you get an idea of some comparison. They're actually definitely thicker than a car chain, or the chains I have on my truck. And the front chains, I got them on all four tires. The front ones have these spring tensioners going around it. And like I said, without these tensioners, once you spin a tire a few times, it'll just the chains will come flopping off, and then in the winter you'll have to be putting them back on again. So I got the chain tensioners. Also, on the back, you probably can't see it, but I put bungee straps going across to hold it tight in the back as well. Now these chains were, I ordered the right size for each of the tires, but they were just a little bit big, so I cut off like 3 or 4 extra links that were on, pretty muddy, that were on here. If I could find where they connect, I could show you. Oh, I think it was over here. Yeah. So I think there was 2 or 3 extra links on this side. So I used the grinder with a cutting wheel on it and just cut off the 2 or 3 extra links that were on there from this end and the back end. And this way there's nothing flopping around. And these are pretty easy to get on because it's a smaller tire. So I used them last year and they worked great. I also bought the type of chains that there's the chain going across, chain this way, and again going across here. I was going to get the ones that just go across, but then they fall in between the lugs and you really don't get any traction anyway. So that's the front. The back ones are much bigger, and they're a bit of a bear to get on. Pretty much takes me probably a few hours to get all the chains on. So with the front ones, I just lower down the bucket, drape the chains over, and just get underneath the tire because the tires will be off the ground. The back ones, if I don't have the backhoe on to lift up the tires, I'll just drape them over and run this way, the tire's still on the ground, and go over here and hook them up, and then drive forward a little bit, tighten them up, drive forward a little bit more, and tighten them up again. And same thing, these have the spring tensioners here. And for these chains on the back, I did not cut off the extra links over here. Let me see if I can. Okay, so back this link up right here. It links across. Now you'll see extra chain here. On the back ones, I did not cut off the extra links because sometimes it's a bear to get the chains to meet up, and you'll only catch like the last link or two, and then as the tire goes around and you ride it for a little bit, you can make it tighter and tighter and tighter. But sometimes it's really tough just to get that first link or two. So I left these on and I just zip tie them together. I had these on last year as well, and you can see what I did in the back here too. I used bungee cords to hold the back together, and you just double check when the tire goes around that it's not hitting the inside, and also make sure that the hooks on the bungees face out and not in towards the tire. So yeah, it takes quite a while to put them on because these are really heavy, doing it alone. But once you get them on and you have it, definitely get the spring tensioner and put bungees on the back. And I used them last winter again on the rear, and they did not come off at all. Didn't use a lot, but some. The other tool I got to use with this, let's see if I can find it. So So is this binding tool. This helps to get these springs on. Hold on for a second. Okay, back again. I wanted to show you this binder. So to put these springs on, what you'll have to do is put them on one link down here, put the other end on the link of the chain up here, close to where you're going to hook it up. And you push the handle down like that, locks in, and it pulls the spring tight so you could hook it. Right now I got this all hooked up, but you would just be able to hook it on here. It'll be easy to get on. I also use this binder to pull a chain tight this way so I can get it hooked up correctly. Because like I said, it's a bit of a bear. And this tool really makes it a lot easier to do it. If you do get this tool, it works only one way to lock in. If this piece gets flipped around to the other side, like that, it will still tension the chain, but it won't lock into place, you know, when you tighten it. So you really just have to have it going in the correct direction. And you'll figure it out once you get it. So let's try that again. One on here. Bit of a pain to do one-handed. I really don't want to loosen these up, but just for demonstration purposes, if I can get it in there. So yeah, just think of this chain not being hooked up here. So this would be off, just dangling. So you'd have the orange hook inside this cross chain over here. This one would be down as far as you could get it. And then if you just tension it like this, see how it locks in, then you'd have enough play to hook this piece in here. And that's it. I got these tire chains. I looked around at several different places, and put this back in here. I looked around at several different places, and the ones I found to be probably the best deal as far as shipping and cost and everything else was tirechains.com, but that was over a year and a half ago. So maybe you could find them cheaper. And like I said, if you're going to buy chains for your tractor, you're probably better off buying the ones that go across this way and also have connector chains here so they don't slip into lugs as easily. They cost a little more, but the way I figure it, I'm never getting rid of them, so I'll just get the right ones the first time. And the tensioners are very important to have, I think, otherwise you'll be putting these on and putting these back on a few times over the winter. And that's it. Alright, thank you. Hope this helps you guys out. Oh, one other thing. Harbor Freight, I never used cutoff wheels before. I always used either the Dremel tool with those little discs on it, or the reciprocating saw with a metal blade, or the hand jigsaw with a metal blade on it to cut through metal. But boy, I bought cutoff wheels for my hand grinder, and it worked great. The ones from Harbor Freight, I picked up the cutoff wheels. They were like, I think $5 or $6 when they're on sale for 5 of them or so, and it cut through this chain like really quick, no problem at all. Maybe I'll do a video on that some other time. And the cutoff wheel hardly wore out at all. I cut through about a dozen of one side of the link, probably about a dozen of them or so, or 12 or 14 or so, and it went through it really quick, and it hardly wore off the cutoff wheel at all. So those worked out real well. It was a 4.5 inch, and I think it was kind of like a green writing or a green center to the cutoff wheel. If I get a chance, I'll show you that too. But yeah, it worked great. And like I said, these chains are definitely a lot thicker than the ones you get for a car or your pickup truck. All right, thank you.